for the show. Good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
Should you dance or should you not dance?
You can dance like no one's watching. He'll talk like no one's listening.
It's better that you don't.
Alan Cox.
On 100.7 WMMS.
Oh, we got hot celebrity gossip a little bit too, Mary.
Oh.
From one Perez Bilton. It's very exciting.
Yeah.
As is the last handful of Guardians games down to the final 5 beginning tonight. That is a 6:40 first pitch here on MMS, and you can also listen on the iHeartRadio app. First of 2 against the Cincinnati Reds, and then they will finish the regular season with 3 here at home against the Houston Astros. And the breakdown for the postseason, Guardians can clinch a first-round bye and home field advantage in the ALDS today if they beat the Reds. Or if they lose to the Reds, but the Astros also lose against the Mariners.
It's the math. This is the math.
This is the way. And so every team that has a shot at the postseason is trying to nail down how they're going to do it. Yankees can clinch their division if they beat the Orioles. And some teams, it's going to be further into the week. But that's what it's looking like for your Cleveland Guardians. Speaking of sports organizations, I was reading, we were talking about how they have had 113 unbroken days of triple-degree temperatures out there in Phoenix. Now, I don't know if that had anything to do with the death of Al McCoy. I'm going to say no. But if you've ever gone to a Phoenix Suns game, you heard Al McCoy. This guy was the longest team broadcaster in NBA history. Al McCoy just died. He was 91. He had been calling Phoenix Suns games for 51 years. Imagine, he got the gig when he was 40. He was doing those games he just retired like last season. And he's in all of the halls of fame, not only there in Arizona, but also more broadly in sports halls of fame. He got a ring from the Suns for his service. Is that something they normally do? Like if a guy's been their play-by-play guy for a long time, they give him a ring if they win something?
Yeah,
if they win the championship,
yeah. Because I think everybody got rings with the Cavs.
Yeah, like my brother-in-law was in the art department. And
he got one?
Yeah, he got a ring.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that.
He got a Calder Cup ring, and he got a...
Wow.
Yeah, I got pictures with it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's
so
not the same level
one.
Of ring.
Oh.
Like, it looks the same, but it's not like the same.
Have the
it's not
the
$100,000 ring that the players get, but it's still pretty sweet.
But he can say, I have a Cavs championship ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but if it's not it is cool. No doubt. But if it is not the same one, like what is the level of prestige that comes with that? I mean, it's cool.
You don't have one.
Yeah, he's got.
Well, no, of course
a
I don't.
Championship
But
ring. That
I'm
was
not part of the
given to him
organization
because they won the championship.
But what is it made of? He's not getting the ones that the players get.
Desire, determination.
It's still a very expensive ring.
It is? Okay.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
like,
asking.
It's not like it's a Dakota ring or anything. Like it's
a Dakota ring.
Yeah, like Dakota ring. Remember?
Oh, I thought you meant Dakota.
No, Dakota.
Dakota ring. Okay, that was what I was asking. Is it like they go, here you go, and it's got some heft to it, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
It was gigantic.
Does he wear it around?
Probably not.
So Al McCoy, who called Phoenix Suns games for 51 years, longest team broadcaster in NBA history. Broadcasters I would imagine one of the toughest things to do if you become a broadcaster with a sports organization is you have to figure out what your catchphrase is going to be. What did Joe Tate used to say? Give me that
something about
DiGiorno pizza.
Yeah,
right.
DiGiorno.
But didn't he have didn't Joe Tate have a catchphrase? A lot of guys do.
I don't think he had a catchphrase. I think he was just
Okay.
very good at what he did.
Well, Al McCoy would say, Shazam! Now, again, not something he made up, but something that he coined. And did it for a long, long time. Hello, Bill in Lakewood.
Hello, Al. Hate the show.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, Bill in Lakewood, Part 2.
Hello, Bill in Lakewood, Part 1.
Hello, Mary in Queens.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
I hate New York City, so I don't know. I wanted to comment. Al, I believe I met you there at a Romo house one time a few months ago.
Romo House. What the hell are you talking about,
At
Bill?
the Romo house.
In
Rocket
Lakewood.
Mortgage Field House.
Yeah, okay.
Call it?
Well, it's
Anyways.
it's called the Romo Fijo, but now I understand what you're saying.
I wanted to fill you in on the great. This is what a great guy Dan Gibble was, by the way. He gave everyone from the top of the organization all the way down to peon like me a championship ring. So they all look the same. They look great, but you're not getting the diamonds. You're getting the fake emeralds.
Right. And you're the video department, yeah, Bill?
Kinda.
Yeah.
But it meant he made sure that every single, even the cleaning team people down there, you got a ring, and that was pretty. A lot of places don't do that, like all the way down. But
So anybody
when you
on
get
the payroll at the Romo Fijo got one of those rings.
yeah, so no matter what you think about Dan Gilbert, guy gets props in my books for I've never I didn't even get the Calder Cup one though.
I don't think about him. So does that? So the
Yeah,
people working concessions work for a different company, though, right? They're not working for the people working concessions. They probably didn't get one. They're
No,
not
they
part
don't
of
work for the
Well,
Cavs.
right.
See, all the concession people got them too. That's what I'm saying. Even the
Wait a
vendors.
second.
So
Well, good for them.
technically, yeah. So
All right. Where is yours, Bill? Is it prominently displayed in your home?
it's prominently displayed in my sock drawer. Because
All right.
if you take an actual picture of it, it's bigger than your hand. It's really, really gaudy. Bill,
My hand's pretty
Yeah.
big,
you
Bill.
saw that.
Yeah.
It-
Trying
It's
to
a
find
huge ring. You really can't wear it out anywhere. So
Okay.
at least I got one. So,
Right. Okay. Congrats.
All right.
Thank you, Bill.
all right.
I appreciate
day,
it.
guys.
There's Bill in Lakewood. I always forget when I talk to Bill in Lakewood that I have met him. He is part of that organization over there at the Romo Fijo with the Cavaliers. You want to hear more Brian? Brian left me a lot of messages,
Yes.
a lot of singing.
When the night has been too
Brian, who is sitting at home and leaving lots and lots of messages, pulls these songs from wherever. Because it's not like when he leaves a message, they're on in the background. He's going a cappella, which is my favorite Brian, is a cappella.
When the night has been too lonely,
and the road has been too long.
Oh,
it's wonderful.
Love it. So good. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it.
I make my living on the evening news. Just give me something I can use. We've only just begun. Who's gonna drive you home tonight?
Oh, God, I'll tell you what. I don't mind when, Brian's obviously not in my car, but this Ford Karaoke app that they're rolling out is my frigging nightmare. Companies of any stripe, they don't ever want you to be alone with your own thoughts. They want to sell you something, and they don't ever, ever, ever want you to just sit there in silence and maybe reflect on things. They always want to give you something to be doing. And Ford is rolling out this in-car app as part of their display or whatever that is in-car karaoke. And I guess the thought is, because I think they're going to roll it out in their EVs, so I think their thought is while people are waiting for their car to charge, they'll be ostensibly sitting in their car singing along with songs. Whereas I think most people, if they're charging their car, they're not sitting in the car, right? I mean, even if you go to a rest stop where there's people plugged in, they're not sitting in the car. They're taking a walk, or they're buying some friggin' Cheez-Its or something. But, oh, God, a karaoke app for your car.
How is this any different than just singing a song?
It's not.
Because it has the words.
Well, I'm sure there's advertisements
yeah.
in this, too. That's what,
And I guess it wouldn't have
The lyrics.
Yeah.
Right.
The lyrics would be on the screen, but not
Vocals,
in the
yeah.
song.
Right. So they launch the app, and then it gives you a QR code, and then it takes you to a page, and then it tells you the song, and then it... So, listen, I don't drive an EV. I drive a Ford, but, mine's almost 10 years old. This is nothing that concerns me. But pretty soon, these kinds of things will be ubiquitous in all new cars. And I'm just saying, if this might be great news for you. You might be somebody like, oh man, when I'm sitting there, all I want to do is sing in my car. Joe Tate said, wham with the right hand, Chris and Menor says.
Oh, yeah.
When players would dunk. It's a little suggestive, isn't it? Wham with the right hand.
What if they dunked left?
Some heft with the left. I don't know.
Oh, there you go.
Alan, are you telling me the beer guy has a championship ring? It sounds like everybody over there's got one. I don't know. It sounds like, yeah, the guy. Well, no, because I don't know. Those guys are working for Aramark or another company or something. But according to everyone involved here, those people have them too. Well, you want to talk about a misleading headline. Man goes on squirting spree.
Uh-oh.
What?
I would have been more excited had it been a young lady. But they scooped up a guy down in Florida. One of our bureau chiefs sent me the story about a guy who was walking around, and he wasn't sticking them, but he was walking around with a syringe and squirting women's buttocks with an unknown liquid. Guys are so weird.
So weird.
So weird. I know that these people are mentally ill and they have a lot of time on their hands and they can't get a girl or a guy. And a guy in his mid-30s, in two separate incidents where he was walking around department stores in the greater Miami area and had a medical syringe. And he would squirt an unknown liquid on ladies' buttocks. How do you...
What does that even do for you? They
That's
probably don't even notice.
That's the question. Maybe it's just the thrill of doing it and them not knowing. But somehow these women, one woman said that she determined she had a liquid stain on her jorts
Oh, not on the jorts.
Ruining the jorts. And so she went to the store security, said, hey, I think somebody did something. Do you guys have surveillance footage? Of course they did. And they determined it was a guy who had done this a few months before at a Marshall's. He matched the same description as the guy that was in the videotape, spraying an unknown substance on the victim's buttock area. Woman said she was in shock before she could confront the guy. He walked away and out of the store. He said that the liquid was Cetaphil, which is a moisturizing lotion. And he said that he also deleted he deleted the videos because he was filming himself doing it. This was how this guy, I guess, later on was going to enjoy the fruits of his labor, as he was going to go back and watch the videos. So he told the cops that he deleted all the videos from his phone. Now, when they had him in custody, the postscript to this is when they scoop the guy up and they have him in custody, I guess that he didn't realize that, when you're in the cop shop, everything's being recorded.
Whoops.
No.
And so I got to have my phone call. I got to call my dad. And so he called his dad. And, of course, the police were recording it. And he told his dad to go to the house because he'd been staying with his dad and hide all of my hard drives.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Except that the dad, since the cops heard this, the dad got to the house after the cops got there. And they found the hard drives. And they also seized. Now, when the guy goes, oh, that's just lotion in those syringes, he's lying.
Yeah.
You know what it really is. And they determined that's what it was. They took it to the lab, and the syringes were full of semen.
Come on.
We
just want to exist. We just want to walk around.
I know. You just want to walk around without having semen syringed on your hindquarters.
How would you react to somebody saying, hey, go hide my hard drives?
I'd be like, no. I would say no because I'm like, my first thought, which maybe isn't great, is child porn.
Yes.
No, I think that's exactly how we all think. Yeah.
That's my very first thought. And anybody who's like, hide that, I'd be like, no, you should go to jail forever. Like, I'm not hiding that.
Yeah, if anybody says, hide my hard drives or delete all, destroy my computer, I'm like, oh, no. I'm turning you in.
Well, he was already turned in.
Yeah.
And the cops heard everything he said.
But I would comply with the police officers in that situation. I would be like,
maybe it was all a misunderstanding, and maybe the hard drives just had step-by-step instructions on how to put your semen into a syringe.
I don't think you need step-by-step instructions for that.
You just point and shoot? Is that what you're saying? Like an old school Kodak?
You would ejaculate into
Mary.
a bowl or a cup and then soak it. What's the word I'm looking for? Pull it up with the syringe?
Rubs the
I don't
lotion
know
on
what
his
she's
skin
talking
or else
about.
gets the hose
We need
again.
to send somebody to Mary's house and check the hard drives.
If you let me go, I won't press charges, I promise.
Now he places the lotion in the basket.
Please.
Put the lotion in the basket!
Mm-hmm. You know what Mary would do if this happened.
Okay. Wow. I gotta go. I have to leave.
Don't miss us?
Go.
She wouldn't call no cops.
I gotta go forever.
What are you talking about?
Oh.
That's the sound of the police!
Hey, Brandon.
Hey, what's up, Alan?
How are you?
What's going on, man? I'm good.
Good.
Driving home from work.
All right.
I was calling about the electric battery. So I helped build the electric battery plants. And as far as the electric cars, though, man, I am not for them at all. I think it's the biggest. I think it's the biggest joke that's out here. And then, the little music app that they got on them that you were talking about, you can do the same thing with Apple Music. I do it all the time at work. I'll put my phone on the cart, turn Apple Music on, hook to my Bluetooth, and it reads the lyrics right there. And it moves along with the song.
Yeah,
right
all the
on my
apps.
phone.
Yeah, the apps all kind of have the lyrics now. But again, this to me, it's not because it doesn't exist. It's because I'm sure they want to embed advertisements into it, and they want to give people like options. I don't know. And so,
maybe they're trying to discover the next great
It's
talent.
a form of invading my security.
Right.
It's the voice Ford edition.
Yes, absolutely. Just to keep you stuck in the hole while driving.
So, Brandon,
Every morning I drive to work and it's silent.
Brandon, you're working at a factory that's going to make batteries, or?
I have before, yeah.
Okay.
I've worked at a couple of them.
And your assessment is that it's a big joke?
As far as just like the electric vehicle movement, I think it's retarded.
Well,
Now, why is that?
I love gas, man. 2 strokes and 4 strokes. There's something about an engine.
Oh, I see.
I don't want to sit and wait to plug in my car.
Right.
Look, I'm impatient to begin with, I'll be honest. And if you're telling me that I have to stop in the middle of my day in an inconvenience to plug my car in, I'm going to be pissed.
I thought you had some.
It pisses me off if I have to plug my phone in.
I thought you had like some inside information. You're just talking about personal preference.
Oh, no.
I got
yeah,
you.
no.
Okay.
We can with no disclosure there.
Right. All right. Okay. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate it, Brandon. I thought he was like, I worked on one of these. Let me tell you, man.
no.
There's a lot of infrastructure. That's true, man. I mean, there's no stopping the EV thing, but there's a lot of infrastructure, boy, that needs to be built to support that whole thing. So I'm all for it, but it's not going to be as simple as flipping a switch and next day everybody's driving EVs. I'm going to take a break here. If you want to go to the Sesanta tour, that's what they're calling it. It is in honor of Maynard James Keenan's 61st birthday. So you're going to have these tickets until the spring.